everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Cardinals going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Brandon, when a team is struggling, turning and leaning on your defense is usually a pretty good idea. And for Arizona, it was gold against the San Francisco 49ers. They just swarmed them the entire night. 2 interceptions, a bevy of sacks. Really nice job. And if they come into form, maybe this Arizona team can get back on the right track. And they got Calais Campbell going on the defensive line and Marcus Golden off the edge. He was nails.
And he slides to avoid the hit. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked-about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Elliott still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Let's meet the starters on the defensive side of the football for Arizona.
And let's talk about Robert Kimdichie, their first-round pick out of Mississippi. I still remember him coming out of high school. An absolute terror, maybe the best high school prospect in the nation. People look to see if his motor is going to run high all the time, because when it does, he is something else.
Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And Fitzgerald now has 5 touchdown catches in 5 weeks of the NFL season, 2 of them in their win over San Fran in Week 5.
And I remember before the Rams game, the Rams staff was saying Larry Fitzgerald just plays basketball on grass, and he's hard to defend. I think what they mean is, like a great scorer, he always knows how to move into the right spot to get himself open, and when he does, he knows how to score.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Get ready. Regular.
On 2nd down, Palmer. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Palmer, and he's got Gresham. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it doesn't? You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Ellington. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The play clock's running down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of...
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along?
I've been humming. In fact, note you and I were discussing before the game, first team in NFL history to have a rookie QB with 1,000 yards passing and a rookie running back with 500 yards rushing through 5 games.
Those numbers would be good no matter what year they're in the league. But when you say rookie at quarterback, rookie at running back with that, that's off the charts. And boy, that offensive line, they've got to just be walking around big smiles knowing how much they've contributed to that.
Second down following the incompletion. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Prescott. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they're operating in the red zone.
Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And Charles, David Johnson, a great start to the season. Week 5 was his best outing so far.
It truly was. And we watch all the aspects of his game that make him what he is, which I think is a great running back. But the biggest one that's maybe underestimated is the chip on his shoulder. Not recruited heavily out of high school, smaller college, not taking this seriously coming into the pros, and he wants to prove everyone wrong with every carry.
157 yards, 2 touchdowns in that win against San Fran. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Palmer to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some... Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where you've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback. Or
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Back to throw now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, 26 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Regular. Get ready. Blue 58. Regular.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Palmer now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's pulled in at the 32. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And sure enough, it's the ground game that's able to convert for him on 4th down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now this time he'll look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go. 38.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop the throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, they run with Ellington. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Get ready. Blue 95. Sally, mirror.
Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. This is Ellington. And some space here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. Shreds the tackle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
He's back to throw. And Gresham has it left side. 8 yards. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now Johnson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there and leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy.